How's it going, guys? My name is Jared Ace and welcome back to MoneyMetEish. Every now and then a debate pops up around whether you should contribute to your child's tax-free savings account or not, with opinions usually being very split on the topic, and for both sides it just seems so obvious that they're right. So today we're going to lay this debate to bed and I will tell you the correct answer at the end of the video. So, before we get into this discussion, please remember that my videos are meant for edutainment purposes only and should not be used as the basis for any financial or investment decisions, as I am not a financial advisor, this is not financial advice, and this is a blank cup. Guys, shame. Arme blank cup has just been very blank lately. Shampies man, it's just very sad. To make the blank cup happy and to give it a smile, hit the like button, comment and subscribe down below, and ring the bell to be notified when we upload new videos. Also email us at MoneyMetEish@gmail.com to put your logo on our cup and really just make the blank cup very happy. My feelings don't matter at all. Okay, so with the disclaimers and the sadness out the way, let's get into the video. I lied, I have one more disclaimer. I am not a parent. If you are a parent and you think that I have no idea what I'm talking about, let me know. If you think that I got it spot on, let me know that too. And even if you just think I'm a poople, let me know that as well. All of your thoughts, please put them in the comment section. Okay, now let's get serious. Should you max out your child's tax-free savings account? There are some very clear times, in my opinion, when you should and absolutely should not put money into your child's tax-free savings account. You should contribute to your child's tax-free savings account if, 1, your child will receive all of the money in their tax-free savings account. It's not your money anymore, it's their money. If you've put money in your child's tax-free savings account, it's not your money, that's their money, don't take their money. That's not your money. Okay, that's number 1. Your child gets all of the money. 2, your child's tax-free savings account forms part of either their living inheritance or their actual inheritance when the time comes that you are no longer around. That is a good idea to use your child's tax-free savings account. Again, not your money, your child's money. And ideally, just like your own tax-free savings account, for when they are of retirement age. Number 3, you're going to take the time and effort to educate your child about money. Whether or not that education sticks and your child uses it, that's up to your child. They are a human being after all, and so, you know, whether or not you've done your part, right? But you have taken the time to educate your child about what the tax-free savings account is and how the best way to use it would be. And number 4, possibly the most important, apart from the fact that that's not your money anymore, that's your child's money, don't take your child's money, is that your living expenses and all of your retirement planning and funding has already been paid. There is very little point in you putting money away, tying it up in a tax-free savings account for your child if you are starving, right? So, if all of those situations are met, I think those are when you should put money in your child's tax-free savings account. Now, you should absolutely not put any money in your child's tax-free savings account if you are just looking for another place to hide money from the government and intend to use that money at a later date. Don't be a Number 2, if you are planning to use this money for your child's education, this is not the place. This is not where you put that money. There are other education-focused accounts. Granted, whether or not they know what they're doing is debatable. But this is definitely not the place to do that. There would then be the argument to be made that you have robbed your child of their ability to use their own tax-free savings account. That's really the only time I can think of that being an applicable response. So if you are intending to use this for your child's education, or you want to throw them like a big 18th or 21st birthday, or you want to buy them a car, this is not the place to do any of that, right? This is, just like your tax-free savings account, a retirement-focused account. So, if you want to do any of those things, please don't put the money in your child's tax-free savings account. Whether you tell your child about the account or not is now another parenting question, and I am not qualified to answer nor pass judgment on that. On the one hand, if they are involved in the decision-making process, it will give them a better understanding of money, you hope. On the other hand, they could just spend their teen years waiting to ball out on a new car on their 18th birthday, and you've just wasted 18 years worth of liquidity on a metal box. But this seemingly simple question has an equally obvious seeming answer, and I even had a very strong opinion while researching this video. That answer was yes, obviously you should max out your tax-free savings account. Nobody until that point had given me any reason why that should not be the case, and the way I saw it, the standard, "but then they can't use it in the future" response just didn't make any sense to me. One, who do you think is getting that money? It's no longer your money. Once you put that money in your child's account, that is your child's money. Your child is not your emergency fund. Your child is not your piggy bank. Please don't crack your child open and look inside them for any spare change. And number two, duh, that's the point. The point is that you do it so that they don't have to do it. You do it for them so that they don't have to worry about it. They benefit from having the money invested in the market over a longer time frame, and they're not charged any capital gains or dividend withholding tax. It seems like a no-brainer. That was my thinking before I started researching this video. But it was flawed in a number of ways, which became more clear to me the more I looked into it. Obviously, not having children of my own meant that I couldn't draw on any lived experience, and so I asked the question across the various communities on Instagram, Twitter, and Telegram. Some of the responses were truly enlightening and really got me thinking much deeper about the question, making my previous duh response seem really naive and idealistic. I did attempt on multiple occasions to fully explain the different scenarios during the scripting of this video, but it made it very long, mind-numbingly boring, and since this is meant for a broader audience, if you would like to see that reasoning, I will share it on Patreon and the FinMeUp app. In an ideal world, you would ideally want to max out your child's tax-free savings account. I still stand by that, but this means that you are in a financial position where you are able to max out your own tax-free savings account, your partner, if you have one's, tax-free savings account, as well as cover all of your living expenses, other retirement expenses and planning, and all of your other investments, as well as all of the costs associated with your child, their education, both now and in the future, as well as having an additional 36,000 Rand left over after all of that to max out their account. Even living in a country where education and medical expenses are much cheaper, like Taiwan, this is a Herculean task, which would assume that you would already be extremely well off. Assuming one child and investing 3,000 Rand a month from birth, your child would have a fully funded tax-free savings account by their 14th birthday, and that would be an incredibly amazing gift. But we don't live in this magical, idealistic world, and in the real world there are other ways which you can give your child a step up. Investing for your child does not only have to mean investing in a tax-free savings account or even investing in individual stocks in a custodial account for them. In fact, in the real world, although a maxed out tax-free savings account would be an amazing gift, it is understandable that it is not a priority for a lot of parents. Other ways that you could invest in and for your child are by investing in their education to ensure that they have been given the best possible chance of making it on their own one day. Investing for them in medical real estate in the USA through Orbvest, linked below, or even investing in your own retirement so as not to be a burden on them when they are starting their lives. Just like they're not your piggy bank now, they're not your retirement plan. I know culturally this is a touchy one as different people have different opinions and expectations, but we can discuss that in the comments. We can discuss it on Twitter if you feel strongly about it. I can't cover every base in this video, but your children are not your retirement. My thinking before doing this research had completely neglected these possibilities and even failed to take into consideration that this child is one day also going to be an adult and earning an income which they could then contribute to their tax-free savings account themselves, should they wish to. It's really something that I hadn't considered since I was fully focused on maxing out the account in the shortest amount of time possible, and then thinking about all of the wonderful things your child would be able to do with that money instead. So, to answer the question, once and for all, should you max out your child's tax-free savings account? The final and correct answer, and you can fight me on this, is, if you can, do it. If you think this is a place to save for your child's education, it's not. Please don't use it like that. That's not its purpose. If you have another plan for your child, do that. The truth is, there are many ways to skin a cat. Please don't skin any cats. And you don't need some random dude on YouTube to tell you how to raise your kids. If you're doing your best to raise a good human being and give them the best life that you possibly can, thank you. So, yeah. The correct and definitive answer in the end is that there is no correct or definitive answer. If you can, great. If you can't, but you're giving your child the best life that you can in other ways, also great. If you are trying your best, keep going. Jayo. If you can max it out, that's amazing. If you can't max it out, it's also amazing. Just keep doing your best. Should you not do it just because it will rob them of the chance to use it in the future? No. Should you touch any of that money once it's in their account? Also no. Like many things in life, having a definitive and finite view on any topic is dangerous and closes you off to learning new things. I certainly see things in a different light now to when I started researching this video, and I can say that, just for myself at least, every time I have felt that I was absolutely correct, I found those to be the times when I have been the most ignorant. Keep an open mind, stay humble, and always be open to seeing something from someone else's viewpoint. You will, after all, learn far quicker that way. Maybe. So yeah, that's it for this week, guys. If you liked this video, give it a like, comment, and subscribe down below, and ring the bell to be updated when we release new videos. If you didn't like it, please still do all of the aforementioned things. Even if it's just out of anger, the algorithm doesn't know if you're angry or not. If you'd like to learn more about Obvest, complete the form in the description, and a broker will be in touch with you to discuss more about the company and their products. You can also follow MoneyMetEish on Twitter and Instagram and everywhere where MoneyMetEishes are. Thank you, and happy investing.